motivate a community in this egotistical society to care about one another when the community is at war with itself? I am the future, my community is the future, and our voice is oppressed. I'm assuming this is coming from a young person.
It's interesting. People who ask questions always think that the people up here have the answers. And generally, people really answer their own questions. The person who asked this question is obviously motivated. And most people are. And most people want to do good things. So all you have to do is give them an opportunity, create a space for them, encourage them, start out, do it first yourself. But I believe that it's not hard to motivate people to do the right thing. Things happen by example. And the person who asked this question is an example. And so it will spread, I'm sure.
There must...
Gino.
Okay. No, trust me, you don't want me to pick. I don't want to be accused of selectively picking these. All right, we often hear that democracies don't war with each other, which seems to be mostly true. What do you think about that?
Should we take comfort in that? That they only war on other people? That they manage to, because so-called democracies are countries which are advanced industrial countries that mostly get along with one another, and so they vent their wrath and their anger on most of the world. And so the fact that they may not be at war with one another should not encourage us. I recall that Henry Kissinger, if you pardon me for mentioning his name, I recall that Henry Kissinger he wrote in his doctoral dissertation, that the period between the Congress of Vienna in 1815 and World War I was 100 years of peace. Well, yes, it was peace among the nations of Europe. It was not peace between the nations of Europe and the peoples of Africa and Asia. It was a period of imperialism, of brutal colonialism. And so, let's think beyond the so-called democracies to the need for peace with all parts of the world. Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually going to read out a question directed at Dr. Gino Strada, which is, in your view, is emergency an anti-war force?
Well, I would say that our anti-war feelings did not originate from, a political or ideological choice. They basically originated on the operating tables. How can you be a doctor? How can you look after war wounded and at the same time be in favor of this carnage to continue? So I think it was a human reaction to what we have seen, and that's probably the basic point. On top of it, I must say that we all felt very disgusted by the fact that regardless the reason for fighting a war, the end result that we have seen was always the same. We have seen normal people, poor people, ending up killed, wounded, maimed. Most of them, they did not even know what was going on around them. I mean, can you imagine an Afghan citizen? They don't know why there is so much violence around them, why foreign militaries are occupying their countries all the time. The Russians before, now the Americans and the British and the Canadians and the Italians. I mean, it would be very strange to accept this also for us. We tend to believe that there are countries where people like to be colonized. It's not true. Basically, what emergency is trying to do is building human rights in the medical field, because we believe that the only prevention or the only preventive medicine towards war is the construction of human rights, and that's what we are trying to do, basically.
Does Emergency have a website?
Sorry?
Does Emergency have a website that you can share?
Yeah, we have the website, which is www.emergencyusa.org, or also the website, the Italian website, because Emergency was originally established in Italy, which is www.emergency.it.